Good afternoon. I'm City Manager Carlos Mayfield of the great city of East St. Louis. We are deeply saddened of the most recent incidents that have taken place in our city, but we are going to speak to that here shortly as we prepare to share with the direction that we're going in our city. I want to affirm that this city is very committed to a zero tolerance of crime, and our city is committed to moving our city forward so we can continue to do the great things. The chief is going to come and share the particulars of the most recent incidents that have occurred.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Chief Kendall Perry with the East St. Louis Police Department. So, last night, around 2:30 a.m., the East St. Louis Police Department, in partnership with the Illinois State Police and the Illinois State Police SWAT team, apprehended 3 suspects in reference to a shooting that occurred around 4 p.m. yesterday afternoon near the intersection of Martin Luther King and 6th Street. These arrests were made possible by the collaboration of all of our dedicated officers with the City of East St. Louis Police Department, along with the St. Clair County Sheriff's Office, Illinois State Police SWAT team, the Aaliyah SWAT team, and other neighboring agencies that also lended a hand to help us. Unfortunately, 7 individuals have been injured and are currently recovering in the hospitals. Our hearts and prayers go out to the individuals and the citizens and families that have been impacted by this event. Our department will continue to investigate this matter. Any additional questions or anything can be directed by myself or Assistant Police Chief at 618-482-6724. Thank you.
Is there a question now or after everybody speaks?
It's going to be afterwards.
Thank you.
We'll have questions immediately after our mayor shares and gives you some further direction.
Good evening. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the individuals and the families that have been impacted by the incident that occurred September the 9th of yesterday. The East St. Louis Police Department, along with the Illinois State Police, are still investigating these cases, and the 3 suspects are currently in custody. I would like to say that thank you to the public service organizations that banded together to catch the suspects. The Illinois State Police, PSED, which is the Public Safety Enforcement Group, the federal task force that's created with our Chief Kendall Perry. I'd like to implore, and I'd like to thank everybody that came out yesterday for this event. I'd like to implore the elected officials and the citizens of nonprofits, organizations, business, brothers, citizens, friends, and neighbors to continue to work to rewrite the narrative of East St. Louis. The persistence of violence that is affecting our urban community is shocking. Communities like East St. Louis need to be uplifted. We need to do better to address these issues as one unit. The solution to the violence that plagues the East St. Louis community and our region requires us to listen to one another, to come together to fight for resources, and to address these problems. I implore the elected officials once again to stand with us, the citizens, the community, the business, the brothers, the friends, and the neighbors to stand with us to continue to work to rewrite our narrative. I'm praying and I'm pleading to our young people to stop the gun violence, making these unnecessary decisions that's injuring people and impacting lives and communities. I realize that the time now is to start showing regards to everybody's life, and we implore and we beg the young people to stop this unnecessary gun violence. Here in the city of East St. Louis, as the city manager stated, we have a 0 tolerance for violence. 0. And a testament to that 0 violence, we're going to be instilling a curfew starting today. And that curfew will start at 12 p.m. It's all bars, businesses, public gatherings. The parks should be closed on Sundays, and that will be until further notice. We will continue to do more in our efforts to seek funding for programming and that's committed to helping our young people and children and youth. We'll also reach out to those who have been hurt by this act of violence, so as we stand with them in their time of bereavement and need as a city. With the city of East St. Louis, we're also looking at doing some things differently so that our policemen can have their own home, so our policemen can have their own identity. We're working on renovating our old police department behind City Hall. That's been dormant for quite some time. We're planning to increase lighting throughout our city. We're planning to hire more police officers. I assure you that we will work continuously and effortlessly to try to find the resources and to work for our community. We know that violence starts at a young age, and we're looking to support those organizations to invest into our citizens, our youthful citizens, because our children is our greatest natural resource. We encourage everyone to be instrumental and intentional in reviving the city of East St. Louis. We can take questions at this time.
Chief, could you tell us what you believe the circumstances were that led to the shooting?
I don't want to speculate, so at this time, I can't say what led to the individuals that started shooting in the area. So that's still going to be a further investigation. As soon as we get more information, I'll be able to let you know.
Could you please say whether were the people who were shooting targeting specific people or just shooting randomly into the crowd of people?
No, they were not shooting randomly. They had a target. I don't know what that motive was, but they weren't shooting just randomly at people, no.
Could you tell us a little bit about the victims? Because we believe that you tell us the shooting happened at 6th and Martin Luther King.
Correct.
That's about a block north of the Metrolink station. But then there were some victims there at the in the parking lot. Where were the victims? Were they just at the bus stop? Were they at the Metrolink stop? Were they people just walking down the street? Give us a sense of the extent of how this impacted the people in that area.
Well, I can't say exactly where the victims were. They weren't all in the parking lot. I think there were a couple of victims around the corner, but they weren't, I think they were like innocent bystanders, people that were in the area.
Stephanie from Fox 2. Do you guys know if the people knew each other who were shot? Did they come together to the area?
No, I can't say that. That's unknown to me.
The suspects, all 3 males, are they known to police? What kind of weapons did they have?
They are known to the police department. And the weapons, I think the showcase out there range from 9mm to assault rifle.
Can you walk us through how they were apprehended?
Well, when myself, Assistant Chief Island, and a couple other officers were here that day, we saw a female come in and said that her infant child had been shot, and she gave us a location. So we ran out there to the area, and we had a couple of witnesses in the area kind of point us in the right direction. But by that time, my officer, I think Officer Cherry and Officer Harris had already gotten there and observed the suspects come out of a wooded area and go back in. So at that point, they set up a small perimeter with those 2 until we can get there, to set up a bigger perimeter until we can notify everybody to get there. So it took about a 10-hour standoff before they surrendered and came out.
Are the suspects the East St. Louis residents?
That's unknown to me. I don't know their exact address.
And the blue car that was involved with the Metrolink, I say it has Kansas plate, was that a stolen vehicle? Was that involved actually with the shooting, or was that just a bystander?
It was not stolen. I don't know what it played part in as far as this incident, but it was definitely not stolen.
Is that the vehicle they were in that got hit by the train?
Not sure. They were already out of the car when I got there, so.
Are any of them facing life-threatening injuries?
No, not at this time.
Can you give us the age of the child that was shot?
I don't have her exact age. I would have to estimate maybe about 3 or 4.
clarify the curfew, 12 a.m. midnight till when? Was it at 10?
The curfew is, the curfew is at 12 a.m. It doesn't start at 12 a.m.
So everybody's got to be, businesses closed at midnight?
At midnight, correct.
The curfew runs till 6 a.m. or when?
It's normally like 6 a.m. is when they start.
Midnight to 6 a.m.
Yes, correct.
How will it be enforced? Is there going to be increased police presence?
Yes, we'll increase police presence and pretty much just close our businesses down, close our taverns and stuff down. That's pretty much the best way to enforce this.
Why was it decided to be one of the things to have curb violence now, when it's been going on for a while?
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say our crime actually has been down, violent crime is down 53%. Okay, so I want to make sure that's clear. We're down, our violent crime rate is down 53%. Homicide rate was down 67% prior to these last 2 weeks. But we just wanted to make sure that, you know, we have time for our police department to recharge so they're not going from call to call. And we want to stand with them and make sure we give them aid and then where we can give them until we be able to get them bodies.
Have you had reaction from the business community about the curfew? This is a unique step, a pretty severe step.
Well, I'm sure that some businesses will be, this will not set right with some businesses or whatever. But however, you know, I think once explained and given, you know, the circumstances that we're going through right now, it's better to make sure that we have safe businesses, you know, so that they can sell the goods and services that they do, and that the people and the citizens of East St. Louis are safe. Is that it? Once again, I want to say thank you all for coming out to this press conference, and citizens of East St. Louis, we stand with you, and we're here to serve you. We are the city of champions, and champions will always find a way to win. Thank you.